What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Clickbait. So happy to be back. If you listened to last week's episode, we did do a live show, our first live show ever. It's gotten some great responses. Check it out. Make sure to listen. You can watch some clips on our Instagram. Very proud of it. And my wife helped me co-host. So today we have Jillian here. Jill.
I hate you so much. Hi. Good to be back. Miss you. Love you guys.
Yes. And like always, Bachelor Nation breakdown, clickbait of the week, and our very special guest. If you're watching The Bachelor, which if you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you are, Mercedes is here. She was the woman who showed up night one with a pig. Mm-hmm. She also did just get eliminated. So we're going to talk to her. Jill. Jill. I'm going to call you Jillian.
Good.
Okay.
It's my legal name.
Nice. How you doing? What's new? Where you at? Where you living?
My God. Yeah, a lot has changed. I've moved. I've got a new job. I got a new man, which is great. We love that.
Okay, the man part, we're gonna get more into that because that's what this podcast is about. It's about love. Where did you move?
So I moved to Newport, Rhode Island.
Okay, you were doing that last time I talked to you.
I was doing it last time, yeah. I officially moved. I'm in my new job. We're good.
People live in Newport, huh? I thought Newport's more like a summer house.
Yeah. Right. No, it totally is. It's like if you're rich and you have a mansion, or if you're just like,
It's beautiful. I mean, it's one of the prettiest places I've been.
Yeah. So people do live here, there have to be people that run this place in the off season. So I'm looking very much forward to summer. It's going to be great. But right now it's just trying to get through the winter.
Great. What, any good restaurants since you've been there that you've discovered that you love?
Ooh, yeah. There's actually surprisingly a lot of good places, although I have definitely strayed towards I'm just going to get all you can eat sushi. Yeah. But yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of cool new places by the water. But it just sucks in the winter because you can't enjoy the outdoor spaces. So I'm just, holding out.
Have you ever been, and then we'll get into Bachelor Nation breakdown. Have you ever been to, it's definitely more of a tourist spot. It's like a beautiful white mansion, overlooking whatever lake. I think that's a lake over there, right?
Probably the ocean.
Okay, or the ocean.
It could be the ocean.
And they're known for their lobster rolls. What's the name of it?
That's every place. Is it Ocean House, or is it is it on a dock, or is it
Honestly, I'm the worst. I wish I wish I had just a little more information for you.
Yeah, that's okay.
If I went through my photos, I'd find it because we did go there.
Could. Yeah.
When we were in Newport, though, that was one of the places that was the most suggested.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck that. Enough. Bachelor Nation breakdown number 1. Like I said in the intro, check out Clickbait Live. We just did our first live show. Hopefully we are going to do more. Let us know what you think. Leave it in the comments. If it's aggressive or mean, DM it so nobody else can see it. And then we have another live show coming up. Bachelor Live is back. It's at Talking Stick Resort in Scottsdale in April, the weekend April 7th through the 8th. 14th through the 15th, 21st to the 22nd. They should honestly at least give me free tickets for this. Becca Kufrin is the host. Andrew Spencer is co-hosting, I believe, the first couple. Rodney is making an appearance. So, yeah, what do you think? Have you been to one of those shows?
I have never been to one of those shows, no. Obviously, all those guys are great. I know they have a blast doing it. And are there going to be some special guests that you're going to see? I'm pretty sure.
Are you going to go? Are you going to be a special guest?
No, I'm not going to. If you wouldn't catch me dead in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'll call a Lift from the airport and my ex will pick me up.
Oh, that's why. I forget. I
can't do it. Yeah.
So, all right. So from what I heard, it's one of the reasons they're having the show there is because it's a big Bachelorette destination. And I don't fucking lie. If you were having your Bachelorette party and you found out that the Bachelor Live show was there, would you do that? Or would you be like, you would? Okay.
I think so. Well, because of my history, I guess I would have to say yes. But I think it's fun. It's it's a goof. It'll be super fun.
Smart time to have it done. I like it. Like it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. I mean, yeah. Check out the show if you're in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Bachelor Nation Breakdown 2, Valentine's Day was just
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
We see, like, I've said it before, Valentine's Day for Bachelor alum couples is like, you know, the Super Bowl. Everyone posts. It's a big day for all of us to celebrate our love.
Yep. You posted. You participated.
I participated.
You did.
But there was a lot of people. We saw all the couples posting, Dean and Kaylin, you name it, Ari and Lauren. There's so many of us now. Becca and Thomas.
Serena and Brandon, first
Serena,
one.
There you go.
Very exciting.
Oh, yeah. What did they post?
They were at Disney World or Land or one of them.
Oh, okay.
One of the Disneys. They were there. So cute.
That's nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
Serena and I have yet to go to Disney together. Probably wait till we have kids.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Also, it's crazy to hear you say your wife. I haven't heard you say that before. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So first,
what'd you say?
First as a married couple.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Feels the same.
Feels the same? Okay.
Yeah. We went to this cool little so there's a little grocery store in I think like Soho West Village, New York. It's a little Italian grocery store. And the daughter runs a pop-up pasta night, and she does it like I think they do it like 2 or 3 times a month, and they make homemade pasta. They have a set menu, BYOB. So it's like really romantic. There was, I think, like 20 people there, a long table, candles. Food was delicious. It was great. And that's what we did.
So romantic. Grocery store Joe taking his wife to the grocery store for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, true. I know. Actually, our first Valentine's Day, I thought was more romantic because I cooked at home and set the whole apartment up, and that was nice. What can I say? Yeah, I'm a romantic. What did you do? What's the deal with you, Jill?
Okay, yeah.
You got a man?
I do. I have a boyfriend, which is crazy. I've been waiting. We've all been waiting for this. So yeah, I finally found someone that I think is worthy of being my boyfriend.
Wow. Okay.
Great.
How long have you been dating?
Not long at all. People are going to be like, oh my God, it's so fast. You hard launch so fast, whatever. But I feel like when you know, and I'm not saying we're going to get married.
But when you say how long, like what is it? Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been
no?
2
Oh God,
months?
No. It's been since December. So like 2-3ish.
So almost 3 months.
Almost 3 months.
Did you celebrate Christmas together?
I mean, so we had like just started dating Christmas, so we did a little like, I'll get you a little something.
Oh,
but we didn't spend it together. We didn't like families. I mean, so the way we met is a little bizarre / hilarious. So, because I'm talking about like families, whatever. So my mom actually set us up.
Really?
Which is crazy. So her assistant's boyfriend's son is my boyfriend now. So she was like, he lives in Newport. So she knew that I was like moving to Newport, and so she set up a family dinner. So she showed me his picture and I was like, oh, he's cute. Give him my number. Like, I'll be in Newport, like give him my number. Instead of that, she sets up a family dinner for me to meet this guy at. She's like, well, you want to meet him, don't you? I'm like, I'm not walking into a family dinner and like trying to chat this guy up. Like, there's just no way.
Like, is your mom going to be there? Is this your family dinner or
no,
set up?
His family dinner. So I would just walk by myself into his family dinner and like try to chat him up. And I'm like, there's no way he would even call me, even think I'm like interested romantically. So that got canceled, thank God. And then I just slid into his DMs. I found him on Instagram, which took me a long time. Green flag. Couldn't find him on Instagram. Amazing green flag. And then we went out and we have been together ever since.
Wow. That's nice. I'm very happy for you. I feel like when a parent sets up their child, it never works.
No, I know, because they're always like, just like, oh, my mom set me up. It's usually some guy in the corner who's like, like all haggard and bizarre. But no, like I actually saw his picture. I was like, wow, this guy's actually cute. I could, we have similar interests. This could work. And yeah, now I'll never hear the end of it. She's going to be like, oh my God, I did this thing. But I'm like, you were gatekeeping him for like, where was he? Like you could have just offered him up before I went on these TV shows.
Yeah, but, that's fair. But that's great. I'm so happy that the family dinner didn't work out, because I feel like that would have been a disaster, right?
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah.
You just
really
like, what was your mom's plan? Like for you just to like show up? Were you invited?
Yeah. So she was like, oh, you should. It was basically, because I asked my boyfriend, I was like, what did your dad like frame it as? And it was like, oh yeah, like this girl is like, basically I was looking for friends. Like I just moved to the area and I needed friends, which is not true. Like I don't need it. So I think he saw me as like on like a charity case.
Jill,
like,
you don't have any friends, Jill?
No, I have a lot of friends, Joe. Okay. That's the thing. That's why I was offended. Okay. But yeah, so that's how it happened. And we spent our first Valentine's Day together.
What'd you do?
So we were like kind of late to the train. Like we didn't get any reservations for anywhere down here because this just like fills up so quick. So we just were here, and then like at my place we made dinner, and then we went to the arcade after, which was like fun. So we played some games. We were in the photo booth. It was really cute. And then the next day we went out for our dinner with all the other people who were too late to get a reservation.
Great. Jill, I love this for you. This is great. What's his? Can you tell me his name? Is it out there yet?
Out there. Oh, it's out there. Bachelor Nation did a whole article with his full name. Yeah. His name's Ellis.
Oh, Bachelor Nation has. Do you have this on your Instagram?
Do I have it? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I hard launched him.
Oh really? Oh, I gotta look.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hold on. I didn't see this. I follow you too. Instagram's really brutal.
Right.
Oh, okay, nice.
He's got me muted.
Good looking guy. He's got a mustache. Does he still have the mustache?
Still has the mustache. He's rocking it. Yeah.
How do you feel about the mustache?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my vibe. He's a surfer, so it's kind of like,
Love this for you.
It's the vibe.
Great. All right, Jill. Yeah. Awesome. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
let's talk about the episode. Bachelor Nation breakdown number 3. We're going to break down this week's episode. So what do we got up front?
They're going to a new destination.
They're going to London. We know that. Who gets the first one-on-one date?
Gabby.
Okay. There we go.
Gabby gets the first one-on-one. It was the pretty woman date.
They do it every they've been doing that date a lot lately. It seems like Susie had it.
Susie had it. Which is a really good sign, Like if you have the pretty woman date, like you're probably going to do pretty well.
You feel like did you think you were going to get a one-on-one date on your season?
Never. There was never a second that I thought I was going to get a one-on-one date ever. I was like, group date. Like I was group date all the way. Actually, the first week I didn't get a date at all. He didn't even give me a date. So I knew my place very early on, and I was just kind of like inching towards I was really trying to get to know him, but I just knew the one-on-ones were just not going to happen for me.
Really? Oh, that's good. Actually, you could talk to Mercedes about that because I think she's the only girl that they didn't show get a kiss from Zach. So we don't even know if they even kissed.
Oh my God, that's
Did you kiss Clayton?
Yeah, I kissed Clayton. But they didn't show it either. And I only kissed him one time. And then the night that I left, I had good time with him, like it was really good. And then after, everyone's like, oh my God, did you kiss? And I was like, no. They're like, ooh. And then I was like, oh, I'm going home. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk. What do we think about Zach and Gabby, though? Is he into her?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
He's definitely into her. I feel like with Zach, you can tell who he's into and who he just does not care about. Maybe not care about, just not super interested in. So I feel like Gabby's so funny. And I really enjoy watching Gabby on screen. I think she's just like really engaging and cute. And I think she kind of brings out a more fun side of Zach.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
Yeah, I wish there was a little more comedy when they were trying on perfumes. I thought they could have spiced that up a little bit. But I think she's going to be there till the end.
I think so, too. I think right now, her and Katie are kind of the ones that I'm like, okay, I could see this kind of going the distance from what I've seen.
Okay, so let's talk about what happens next is it's a group date.
Mm-hmm. It's a group date.
And Zach's not there. So
Zach's not there.
At this point, we could do the show without the lead because
I know, right? Yeah.
So the girls are going out in London. Not gonna lie, wasn't my favorite not having the lead there.
Yeah.
I personally, I was like, this is kind of brutal.
Yeah.
But what are they gonna do? He had COVID. So what were your thoughts?
I think it was definitely a bit torturous to like make the girls like get all ready and like, okay, we're going on a date. And then, they sent them off. But honestly, if I were in London and even if the lead wasn't there, I'd be like, okay, now I can kind of relax, like I can kind of relax. I can just hang out with my girls. Like I thought it'd be fun, but I think a lot of it until the end, they kind of picked it up, but we saw they were just like super upset. And I get it. Like it's, it's the lead. You're there for him, but like enjoy it with your girls. You've got some extra time here. Let's just have fun. Yeah.
Let's actually, I agree. I almost wish, I really wish like they would have went to they would have been like, all right, the Bachelor's not here. We're going to go to a bar and then maybe like one of the girls meets a guy and then we can throw that in the mix, have a little fun, spice it up. It's reality TV.
It'd be really good.
Let's go back though real quick because she's kind of a vocal point in this episode. You see Greer kind of freak out that she didn't get the date, which, I guess it's understandable. Like everybody wants a date and you especially want the one where you get to go shopping and get all nice things. She loves tea more than anyone in the entire
Probably
world.
In the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems it.
In the world. So how did you feel? Like, do you feel her reaction and her feelings were justified at that point?
I mean, I think I can see how if you get the first impression rose, you're like, okay, let's explore this connection. I mean, I get it, but I think it's to be expected now. We see it a lot. It happened to Teddy last season. I think it always happens where first impression rose is waiting for the one-on-one. So, I mean, yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I forget that she got the first impression rose.
Yeah. So I could see how she could be a little anxious to explore this a little further, but I don't know. Like, I guess I personally have just never seen anybody have that kind of reaction, but not getting a date on my season at least. So it was hard for me to be like, oh, well, this is like justified. But I don't know. I get it. Like if you're in London and you love tea, it's so strange, the tea aspect. But, I could see the jealousy and, just wanting that time. I understand. But, and it was so awkward when Gabby had to walk by her to get into her room. Oh my God.
Yeah. And in Gabby's defense, like it may come across like she's showboating and like, look at everything I have. And everybody's just sitting there like, but like, I'm sure she had a conversation with the girls and they were like, let's see what you got.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you walk in, that's the thing with this season is I feel like a lot of the girls, like there's definitely some in every season who kind of want to keep their relationship private, but they're like, don't tell me if you kiss, don't tell me that, I feel like everything is really serious versus my season. I was like, you kissed him, girl. Yeah. Like I was happy for everyone else's wins, but it doesn't really seem like that's like the focused.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Okay, so Zach ends up having COVID.
Crazy.
So first part, I guess this is like a 3-parter. Charity gets the one-on-one, it gets canceled. That sucks. That
really sucks.
That sucks because I get like you being upset about that because that's your time to really make a connection with them and it gets pulled out from under you.
Yeah.
So I would be pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
We see Katie make a power move, something also similar to what Susie did at
the bell tower.
A water tower, bell tower. Yeah. Goes to his room. I think, that was a power move that paid off and worked for sure.
Yeah, I think that worked. That was really cute to see. Also a really good sign. I think she's going to be around for a while. Like that definitely stood out. But honestly, if I were the other girls, I'd be like, well, damn, like I didn't get to talk to him through the door. Like,
yeah.
So
you got to be aggressive.
I know you have to be aggressive. So the COVID happened. That really sucks. Charity, I feel for the most. She kind of kept it together pretty well, but that sucks. And then we just get virtual Zach for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, that was rough to watch. That just reminded me of being back in 2020. I know. Or like what we're doing right now, actually. I think the takeaway from the Zoom was Greer and Zach's conversation. Now, I will say, in Greer's defense, like, she was just making a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Zach could have, he's probably upset. He's been in that room for 3-4 days. He's got COVID. In my opinion, he probably could have just like laughed that off. Like, it's not the same thing, but whatever. But like, that was awkward watching that.
Oh my God, it was painful to watch. It was awful because I felt so bad. I felt bad for Greer because she immediately was like, oh my God, like panicking. Like, how can I get this back on track? And he just kept being like, no, it's not the same. I'm trying to find my wife. I'm trying to find my best friend. I have COVID. It's like, oh my God. I think he could have handled it a little better. Granted, he was definitely cranky from being, away. But I don't know. She was just trying to make a comparison. It didn't have to be that big of a deal. It really did not.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes me wonder, he just can't be that into her anymore.
No, I don't think so. And it's weird because last episode, I was like, oh my God, he's going to keep Kylie. And then I was like, oh, there must be something. We saw nothing. She went home. And then now with Greer, I was like, oh, I don't think Greer's going to get the rose. She gets the last rose. And I feel like next episode, bye.
She's gone.
Like, I think she's going to be gone soon. But honestly, if I were her, I wouldn't want somebody who made that big of a mountain out of a molehill. No offense, Zach, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're allowed to have an opinion, Jillian, and I like it. Okay.
Thank you.
And our clickbait of the week: siblings or dating. This was an incestual one.
Yeah.
The wild reason why some couples look alike. So, article by the New York Post. One of the reasons in this article is because people are attracted to familiarity, and you look at yourself throughout your whole life, you see your reflection. So you lean more towards being attracted to that, I guess
so, yeah. Like, you're just so in love. I mean, if you're like me, you're super vain and you love yourself so much. You just want to look in the mirror all the time. So, like, why wouldn't I want a partner that looks like me? When I was reading this clickbait, I actually thought, I was like, maybe it has to do with, like, genetics. Like, oh, I want somebody who kind of shares the same genetic code as me. Like, maybe it was that. But then they mentioned something about how you end up mirroring your partner, and then your facial expressions, you build the same muscles and in your face doing the same kind of facial expressions and movements. And then you end up looking like them.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe, I think you'd be lucky to look like Serena in a little bit. Like, hopefully you kind of, your face gets a little more snatched. I think that'd be great for you.
Yeah, I don't want to look like Serena. She doesn't want to look like me. And I think we're very, I think we're very happy about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. I guess I kind of get where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. I also think a lot of it's a stretch. I sometimes think like owners kind of look like their dogs. I
was just going to say that. That right? is more like, yeah, I see that all the time.
Yeah.
But honestly, I did have a boyfriend that looked like my brother. Like, I don't have a brother, but he looked like what I would assume my brother would look like. And that was a little strange.
Did it yeah, like, okay, so when did that start like throwing you off?
I think when people started assuming we were brother and sister, and like, if we were to share a kiss in public, I think that's like
much alike.
Yeah, no, he was half Chinese too, which is crazy. Like, how many half Chinese men in Rhode Island are there really? They're probably related to me, if anything. So
he might have been your brother.
He might have been my brother at that point. But
right, so Jill dated her brother. I did. That's good to know.
New headline: Jill dated her brother.
That's good to know.
But yeah, I mean, I think maybe it's just natural for people to want to look. Or maybe, people to look like their significant others. Maybe it's just some kind of vanity in us that we need to see ourselves reflected back.
Yeah.
How poetic.
That's
I don't know.
Poetic in a creepy way.
Yeah, but I love the social media accounts that are siblings are dating. I think they're great. Because it is kind of weird. Because when you find one and they're like hugging each other and they're a little too close and they end up being siblings, That's tough.
Wait, what is this account?
Oh yeah, there's an Instagram account. I think there's multiple, and it's siblings are dating. And there's pictures of people together who are maybe like a little too close for comfort, and you're like, are they siblings or are they dating? Kind of makes you think.
Oh, so you have to
guess. Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, you have to check that out because some of them are shocking. You know,
wow.
You wouldn't want to do that with your brother or sister, but that's just me.
Our listeners, check out Siblings Are Dating on Instagram. Jill also did date her brother at a point. And I think right now is the perfect time to bring out our guest because we think she's single. We don't know who she's going to end up dating, and maybe the guy will end up looking like her. Everyone, please welcome Mercedes to the podcast. Mercedes, hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. This is Jill.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I love your cat. He looks so
thank
cute.
you. Yeah, he's going to be all up in our business. Yeah, he just can't get away.
Can't get away. He's obsessed. I love it.
Yep.
Are you a cat or a dog person?
Yeah.
It depends. Okay, I love cats, but it depends on the cat.
Okay.
But I have a dog, so I feel like I'm like a dog person, you know?
Okay. And we also know you love other animals too, right?
I was just going to say.
You have.
Yes.
So tell us a story about the pigs. What's the deal with the pigs?
Okay, so I grew up like in a super small town in Iowa on a farm and showed pigs at like the county fair and state fair. So when I was thinking of entrances, I'm like, I want to do something that's like, people will be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it'd be perfect to bring a pig. And they're like, that's great. We have this pig named Henry. He's awesome. And I got to meet Henry actually before I went to the mansion, and he was great. And then I walked up and just brought him with me. He was the best wingman, I think, that I could have brought. So
yeah, seemed like everybody loved him.
Yes, I know. He was actually supposed to come in the house with me, and I was so sad that he wasn't able to. But he was a good entrance, though.
Was he like a well-behaved pig, or was he wild?
So he is well-behaved for his mom, like his human mom. Like he knows that she's around, and he'll like act good. But when it was me walking up with him, he was a little didn't want to walk with me. I think the lights were like kind of scary for him, maybe. But
for sure, yeah.
It all worked out. Zach actually like walked up and like helped us like get to the standing point. So that like kind of made it easier and stuff. But he was good for the most part. Just had a little trouble walking in the beginning.
Okay, so now you mentioned you're from a small town in Iowa. Is that where you still live? Where do you live?
No, I currently live in Nashville. I've been here for 4 years now.
Okay.
So,
Do you live in like the city?
I live about 20 minutes outside of the city.
It's definitely a bachelor hub.
It is a bachelor hub for sure.
Yes. There's a ton of bachelor people here, which I'm excited to hopefully connect with them and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a fun city. Oh my gosh. Like being 20 something in this city is dangerous, but also so fun.
What do you do for a living?
I'm kind of like in between.
You quit your job to go on the show.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm actually literally story of everyone's lives.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But before the show, I actually had 4 jobs. So I was quite busy. I was doing social media marketing. I do freelance modeling. I was a server on the weekends just for some extra cash. And then I also work with a nonprofit in town. So I was like, before the show, my life was already crazy. And then I had to quit everything, obviously, to go on the show. And then I came back and I'm like, okay, I really like want to focus on like me and what I want to do and what I want to stand for. So I'm just kind of taking this time to like figure that out and hopefully figure it out soon.
Yeah. So how did you even get on the show? You know, like, were you nominated? Did you apply? Tell us that story.
Yes. So my cousin actually nominated me kind of as like, not a joke, but she's like, oh, I'm just going to like put you on. And I'm like, okay, like literally 0 chance I'm getting on. And then the ball started rolling and I called her and I'm like, literally after the first call, I'm like, okay, this is so weird. And like, obviously this is the beginning of everything, but I really think I'm going to like get on this show? Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And we were both like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was kind of just like as a joke. And then it started getting serious. And I'm like, okay, like, here we go. We're gonna do it.
Were you excited who did you want to be the Bachelor?
Yeah.
And
Be
now
honest with us now.
we know you're going to be honest because
Yeah.
you went home. So you obviously are like, fuck Zach.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick.
Okay, like, to be honest, I didn't really like watch the season before me that much until like the end.
Just
I know. Everyone was like, you need to watch it. You need to like know.
So you quit your job. You quit your job and you didn't even prepare. Okay, this is
unbelievable.
I went in so blind. Like, looking back on, I'm like, damn, like I really should have like maybe.
No, but that's the best.
Yeah,
that's
the
like
way.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way I did it. You can't know too much.
Yeah, I know, and that's like because I was talking to my cousin. I'm like, should I like watch previous seasons and like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, and she's like, no, like you just need to go in there, like, and because it'll be your own experience and however like you take it.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I definitely went in blind, and I didn't really even know anyone really in Bachelor Nation before. So I was like, I don't really know who.
Okay, yeah. So you didn't have anybody that you were hoping to be the Bachelor.
I did say in my interview, I'm like, I think Spencer is really cute. So I was like, maybe him. But yeah, but now I was really happy to find out it was Zach though, because he's just so sweet, you know.
Spencer from whose season? I feel like there's always a Spencer.
Is it Gabby and Rachel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Woo!
I just thought he is so cute, and I just thought he was like kind of like quiet and like quirky, and I'm like, ooh, there's something like interesting about him, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you got those red bottoms flashing. I was like, okay.
Right.
Spencer from why can't I think of who this is? I can't even think of what he looks like.
Because you don't pay attention, Joe. Apparently.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna look him up after because I have to see what he looks like.
Handsome fella, you'll love it.
Army boy,
Chicago. He's from Chicago. Dude.
Oh yes. Okay, all right. I know who you're talking about. Okay, all right. So when you did find out it was Zach, is he your type?
Yeah,
for sure. Like, I feel like my type is someone who's just like very like sweet and kind and tall and dark hair. So he definitely checked the boxes right in the beginning. I was like, okay, like I literally looked at my friends and my friend Brandy looked at me and she's like, Mercedes, like, I don't know, you might fall in love. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? What if I fall in love with this man? Like, this is insane. And yeah, I was really excited that it was him because he really is like right up my alley. So
okay. Did you guys have like an initial spark? Like when you first met him, what was your initial reaction?
Well, first off, like I was so freaking nervous walking up. I'm sure y'all know. Like it is so scary. I'm like, what am I doing? I was like, don't miss your words, like don't freak out. But it ended up being really good. And there's just such like a comforting feeling about him. So I definitely think like he calmed my nerves. So I'm like, okay, there's something there. Like I feel comfortable with him. Like, and I mean, it was like what, like 15 seconds. So like, how do you know? But I did feel like, I was like, okay, like, yeah, he's cool. I like him. Good vibes. And then I got to talk to him in the house and just kind of escalated from there.
Okay. So then as the season goes on, how is your relationship forming? Is it? And have you guys kissed?
Yeah.
Yes. So we did kiss, but no one got to see it.
I saw that. I think Bachelor Data put out that you were the only one so far that we didn't see kiss him.
I know. It's wild because I was like, everyone is kissing him. And I think I kissed him like twice maybe. So it wasn't like a ton, but it wasn't shown, which I'm cool with. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
But yes, we did. I feel like our relationship definitely like was blossoming, but I also knew that other relationships were advancing more than ours.
Yeah.
And so I definitely like got in my head about that a little bit because I'm like, damn, like I'm not like the front runner or like whatever. And so I definitely got in my head about that for sure, which is like, I mean, it happens, but.
Is that why we saw kind of like the really emotional reaction from you when you didn't get the one-on-one? Kind of like walk us through what you were feeling in that moment. Did you really think you were going to get the one-on-one? Let's talk about
This is in London.
This is in London.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So in the Bahamas, me and him actually had a really, really, really good time. We had really good conversations. I told him all about my family and like I showed him pictures of like my baby brothers because they mean the world to me. So I like felt like I was like, okay, like I put myself out there. Like I think he received it well. Actually, I know he received it well because he told me that he like enjoyed our conversation or whatever. So then in London, like I'm like, oh my gosh, like it could be me. What if I get the one-on-one? And so you just like kind of hype yourself up. And then when you don't hear your name, you're like, oh, like damn. And so I feel like in that moment, I was just kind of like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, is there something like I feel something, but does he not? Like, what am I doing? Because like I said, I saw everyone else's relationships blossoming and I didn't feel that. And so it was just like, I was just very, very in my head.
Yeah.
So for someone like you that doesn't know, I would say most people that go on the show don't really watch religiously. When you're like, okay, maybe it's not me, do you have paradise in the back of your mind at that point? Are you even thinking of that? Or are you just like, I just want to leave?
Yeah, I was just, okay, like in London, I was honestly a mess. Like I was missing my family so much. And like, I just wanted to talk to my friends and be like, and tell them about like this boy that I'm talking to. But I like couldn't, and I could talk to the girls obviously, but it's like a different thing, you know? But I feel like at that moment, no, I wasn't really thinking about anything other than like getting back home and seeing the people that I love and want to be around and stuff. So
let's bring it back to when Gabby gets back from the date. What were your thoughts on Greer freaking out?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. I mean, I felt for her because like I feel like she was kind of in the same boat as me, like where we were seeing other people like blossoming and we weren't.
Yeah.
And then the whole like tea thing, she really loves tea.
Yeah.
And so like Gabby talking about the tea, like kind of sent her and I was like, oh, like that is kind of like a gut punch. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Like I think that her emotions were completely like valid and stuff. So.
Okay. All right. So there's a group date. And you get on the group date, but Zach doesn't.
Yes.
What are your thoughts when that happens?
Honestly, I was like, can we just sleep? Like,
oh my God, yes.
Like,
oh my God.
Like I'm good. Like let's just sleep. No, but it was so
Have you
fun.
Have you ever been to London?
No, that was my first time.
Okay.
That was my first time. So it was like amazing. And I feel like so blessed that I was able to like go out on this double decker and see everything in London. It was so much fun. And like having it, like doing it with my girls too. Cause those girls, like they become your best friends. Like, and God, I love them so much. And so it was so fun to experience that with them. It did suck that Zach wasn't there. But I feel like I had not a bad attitude, but I was just kind of like, ugh, in the beginning. And then once the day went on, like, I'm like, okay, like, stop being a snooze ball. Like you're good. You're in London.
Yeah.
You're touring with your friends. Like everything's good. It obviously sucked that he wasn't there because it was kind of a make or break week for me, obviously. And I didn't have that time. So that was just like shitty. But
yeah. Were you really upset that you didn't get to see him at all that week and then you just went home?
Through a freaking TV screen too? Yes.
Yeah, that okay. So that you know, no fault of your own.
No.
Just so awkward goodbye. You have to do it through a TV screen.
Oh, so weird.
What was that like? Just miserable?
Oh my gosh. Like it was weird. It was awkward. Like I don't know how it wouldn't be awkward. But like, yeah, I was just like, are you serious? Like I didn't get to see him all week. Like I said, it was a make or break week for me. And then I get sent home through a TV screen. I was really like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Zach now? Do you like him or you dislike him?
Oh, I love Zach. I mean, I think he's like so sweet. And yeah, I mean, I really have nothing bad to say about him. So
what about any girls in the house?
Joe, what?
Well, let's I want to hear this.
Fire.
Okay, well, let's ask.
Give me the tea.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, who are you closest with in the house? Who are your besties?
My besties are Katie and Kylie. Those are like my two girls.
And Kylie also went home. with you.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but like me and Kylie, we like gave each other like a little smirk because we were like, and everyone said like we were like twins on the show because we have like similar backgrounds. We kind of look alike. People get us mixed up on Twitter all the time. Like, and so I'm like, okay, the twins are going out together. And we just laugh about it now because we're like, thank God we went out together. Like, we wouldn't have it any other way.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so to bring it back to what Joe was kind of alluding to, what did you think about the situation? I guess there was a lot of like little drama pieces throughout the season. So let's start with the first one. I feel well, maybe the second. What was your thoughts on the whole Christina Mandrell situation? Let's be honest here. We can be honest.
I think Christina has like, how do I say this? I think that she has a problem with like realizing when she's at fault and just like kind of plays the victim. And so that's like really my only thing that I had an issue with that whole situation. But I always say like, like the anxiety and everything, like all your emotions are just heightened. And so I feel like that situation, I mean, Brianna's my girl. So like I back her up and I feel for her. But I also get where Christina's come from too. It's just like joking, like that might just be her personality, So
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't really alluding to anything, Jill, by the way. I'm just straight up asking who do you is there anyone that you don't like or you didn't get along with?
All right, yeah, let's do that. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Mercedes. I'm trying to help you out here, but Jesus.
No, I really got along with everyone, honestly. Okay. Yeah, truly. There wasn't me personally anything that I was like, oh, I don't fuck with you,
Yeah, you weren't like really directly involved with any of the drama, but I know since you said Kylie was your girl, what was the situation with Anastasia?
Yeah.
Is it Anastasia or Anastasia? I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So so Kylie's your girl. What do we think about that?
Yeah, so that whole thing was just way blown out of proportion. I think, like, I'm like, Stas, she didn't mean it like that. Like, she meant just like, I don't want to bicker with you, basically. And then she just like took it to a whole nother level. And I was just kind of like, okay, like I said, emotions are heightened. Like, maybe you really thought that, but like, let's bring it down because what actually she meant by that. Hopefully,
Okay.
All right, so let's. So you go home. That's it. No more. What's life like for you now? Are you dating anyone? Are you single?
I am very much so single. Very much so single. I'm really just taking this time to like figure out like who I am, who I want to be, like what I stand for, and just really like focusing on me.
What are you looking for? Do you know? No?
No, that's a $1 million question, Joe. I'm like, what is life right now? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out as I go,
Okay. All right. So, Paradise is actually around the corner.
It is. Even though it doesn't seem like it, it really is.
It's actually sneaking up. If they ask you, would you go?
Yes. I feel like I would go for sure. I feel like me.
I think they're going to ask you personally. I think you are going to be somebody that's there.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so because I feel like I would low-key thrive.
Yeah. I feel like Paradise is more your vibe. Paradise is more my vibe, even though I was a little crazy. But like it was fun. It's just like a lot more fun, relaxed. Like there's so many more options. So who do you want to see?
Oh man.
Well, Spencer,
clearly number one.
Yeah, but now I'm like, I don't know, because now that I've like figured out like who's all in Bachelor Nation.
Oh, now she's like, oh,
he's not a top runner anymore.
Oh, he's not even in the top. Okay, give us your top. Give us your top three.
My top three.
Yeah, top three.
I think Tyler Norris is like super cutie. He's just like a little cutie patootie.
I love him so much. I want to put him in my pocket. So
that's
cute.
what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you just see him, you're like, oh, you're so cute. Like, and I feel like he's just the sweetest.
Yeah, he really is. He's the freaking best. Okay, so Tyler.
I think Johnny is cute.
Ooh, okay. Do you think
way different vibes? But
way different vibes? But they're best friends. Do you think so? You'd have to kind of choose between one or the other.
Might get messy. No.
Might get messy. Do you think that Johnny would do it again? Do you think Johnny would go to Paradise after what kind of happened?
Oh, true. Probably not, right?
Okay, I don't know. You never know.
I think he goes.
I say he goes too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he'll probably be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your number one? This is important, Joe.
Number 1 or number 3? I thought her number 1 was Tyler.
Was it which way are we going?
Yeah.
I was thinking number 1 first, but
okay. So number 1's Tyler. Okay, so Tyler, Johnny.
This is just your top 3. It could go anywhere.
It doesn't matter. We're not going random.
Yeah. I don't even know. Okay.
Tyler and Johnny.
I feel like I don't know how to say his last name, but Nate.
That's fine.
The really
Nate.
Tall Nate?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, which tall Nate? There's 2 tall Nates.
Is there 2 tall Nates?
The Nate shaved head or longer hair?
Yes. We're talking.
Shaved head? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the ex of Michelle.
Yes, that man.
Okay.
He's fine. I would probably see him now and I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Should I call him right now? You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to see him this weekend. Dude, him and Rodney are coming to Rhode Island this weekend. I'm going to see him this weekend. I've never met him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
They're
so
going
jealous.
to Audrey's, right?
Yeah, they're going to Audrey's. I got to take him around. Rodney's like, all right, you got to be my tour guide. I'm like, okay, here with me and all these guys in the back seat. Like, all right.
They're fun. They're a good
Yeah,
time.
that'll be good. Okay.
I feel like that whole group is fun. Like that friend group that they have with like
Oh my
Spencer
God.
and all them. Like they're all so fun.
They're so crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see you on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope so.
That would be great.
Do you want to play a game with us?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
do that. All right. So rapid fire questions. This is just for fun. So, first thing comes to your mind. Okay. What's the first thing you do after you wake up?
Scroll. I wish I didn't. I'm
All
like
right.
straight
Fair.
to my phone.
Yep.
I'm straight to my phone.
Honestly, no one says that, and that's probably the answer for fucking everyone.
No,
So,
Literally.
Yeah.
That's actually so true. I feel like I was asked that question. I was like, get a drink of water. Like, yeah. Okay. All right. Favorite holiday?
Ooh, 4th of July. I love the lake.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where's the one place in the world that you have to visit?
Dubai.
Ooh, good one.
I feel like
That's really
Dubai
good.
is just like such a dope city. I need to go there.
Okay. Go-to cocktail.
Ooh, probably tequila soda. But
Okay.
honestly, I drink beer most of the time. to be
No, me
honest.
too, though.
Yes.
I was drinking those beers on the show, and I would put in fancy glass because it looks like a little yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I feel like you already kind of answered this. Cats, dogs, or pigs?
Pigs all the way. No.
Okay. Pig. Okay, what's the screensaver on your phone? Show us.
It is, so it's like a little billboard.
Okay.
And it says, God thinks you're enough. Now it's your turn to believe it.
Okay. So
Yes.
we love
The-
some inspirational
go.
moments.
Yes. Yes. It's a
Okay.
good reminder every time I look at my phone.
Okay. Karaoke song.
Oh, God. I feel like it has to be something Rihanna because that's my girl.
Okay.
Probably, the what's it called? It's like if it's loving that you want, you should make me your girl. I
Okay.
love that song. I feel like
All right.
that's the one.
Okay. And then last question. If there's one piece of advice you'd give to anyone who goes on The Bachelor in the future, what would it be?
Oh God. Like no. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Probably like make sure that your confidence is like really there and like that you are like fully like in love with yourself before you go and try to find love on national television because that shit is hard and you get in your head and
So
it
hard.
will break you down. So that's like my biggest thing is just to be like confident in yourself and like who you are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even though now I'm like-
that's great advice. That
is
makes
really
a lot of
good
sense.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I feel it's hard on the show, but then I remember I was really going through it on a show and a producer was like, you think this is hard? When you get out there and you have to watch it and have everybody else commenting on it, that's hard. So like you really
my
have to
gosh,
know
yeah.
yourself in order to kind of get through this. That's great advice.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, Mercedes. Well, we're done with you. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
This was
Like,
great.
get out of here.
I have a feeling this is not going to be the last time we see you, but
Yep.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Okay,
hope
we
to see you
will.
in the future. Can't wait to
Yes.
see what's next for Mercedes.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh my God,
Of course. What'd you think? I like her. I think
Oh my
she's
God.
personable.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I think she is kind of perfect for the beach. I think a lot of people we don't see on the season end up being really great on Paradise. So I see that for her, and I love that journey for her.
Honestly, I think she's last year's Jill. That's what I think.
Shut up. No way.
Right?
No. Maybe.
You don't think so? I do. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that for her, except for maybe not the ending. Maybe a happier ending. But I mean, yeah, love that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
I like her. I think we're going to see more of her.
I think we're going to see more of her. Very excited for her. But Joe, thank you so much for having me today. And thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in. And thank you to Mercedes for being here.
Yes, and as always, make sure to subscribe and submit all your burning questions. We want to know what clickbait you want us to get into. Check us out on social, like, comment, DM us. You know where to find us at ClickbaitBN on Instagram. All the links to all our socials are on that page. We got TikTok, Facebook, the whole thing. Also, they are casting for men to date our next Bachelorette. If you are single or you know someone who is single, go to our website to nominate or apply at bachelornation.com/apply.
Share your stories with us. We want to know what clickbait you're looking at this week. And Prime members, make sure to listen to Clickbait ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today, or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. But before you go, tell us a little bit about yourself by completing a short survey at wondery.com/survey.
Jill, thank you so much for being here. And our listeners, thank you. I love that you're here every week, and we will see you next week.